welcome to Gemstone Tarot, Friday the 29th of May 2026. Moon is in Scorpio. It's not as hot today, it's humid, which we're also not used to in the UK, but not as hot. And I'm armed with my spray. Oh my god. This stuff is honestly, I keep it in the fridge. It's just so, what we would call winky wanky. It's just literally water, I think, in a can. But there you go. There are other types of water in a can available, I'm sure. But that was the only one I could find, actually. I was looking for sprays. And a lot of them have a perfume, like a smell. And I am not good. You know what I'm like, even about an air freshener 10 miles away. I'm like, unplug the Glade plug-in now. So that was the only one I could find that was literally natural. I know. It gives temporary relief and I'll take it. We're talking about fandom. Speaking of which, look. Any of you do this? Woohoo! Me and my fam are doing this. So me and the boy, and also my brother, the one who makes the emojis for the Gemstars. There is a new Gemstars video out as well. Pick a card. So do check that out. It will hopefully be down below. If not, you'll find it. I'm so hot at the moment. I'm just like, I don't know. Look, see? You get stickers, and anybody remember these? We even got a shiny. Have we got a shiny? Where's the shiny? I think it was, yes, look! We got a shiny. I know, there's only about 1 million more to go, but of course it's World Cup fever soon. Talking about fandom. The first celebrity mania was Listomania. L-I-S-Z, Listomania. Coined by the 19th century poet Heinrich Heine to describe the wild excitement generated by Hungarian pianist Franz Liszt, touring Europe in the 1830s. Dashing young Liszt left ladies screaming, swooning, and even decanting. I read that as defecating, and that was... I'm like, well, Taylor Swift, actually, if you dug around, probably she could tell you that that happened. But anyway, I'm just noticing someone's got a football. Oh no, someone's got a West Ham football strip up over there. They got relegated. Anyway. Oh, shut up, phone. I don't know. It's too hot for that shit. Where am I? Where am I? Literally. Screaming, swooning and decanting, not defecating, his leftover tea into scent bottles. In his book, Franz Liszt's The Virtuoso Years, which I reckon would be an interesting read, Alan Walker describes how Liszt's devotees would wear locks of his hair and fight over a dropped handkerchief or glove. One infatuated lady even wore a discarded cigarette butt in a diamond-encrusted locket. Wow. Nothing like Lisztomania has been seen before, but he wasn't the only 19th century celebrity to have, God, I can't speak today, to have a named fan base. Jane Austen had Janeites, and later Austenites. Kristen, you are an Austenite, I do believe. Charles Dickens had Dickensites. Brahms had Brahmsites. There's a bit of a pattern here. Sherlock Holmes had Sherlockians. That's a lot better, because Sherlocksites would not be great. These eponymous devotees were more admiring than hysterical, but the enthusiasm of these Victorian superfans has a decidedly modern feel. Given such passions, the etymology of fan is illuminating. It's a shortening of fanatic, a 16th century word with some interesting definitions. A mad person, a visionary, or as an adjective, descriptive as someone possessed by a demon. The word was often related to religious fervour, an excess of enthusiasm bordering on the irrational, and the sense of fan as an enthusiast or a supporter appears in the late 19th century, where it was largely confined to sports, such as I am an Aston Villa fan, and so is Prince William. I know, how weird is that? Until Hollywood, stars were fated with fan clubs and fan mail in the 1920s. Stars like Elvis, Sinatra, Shirley Temple all had fans, but Beatlemania was something else. With Beatlemania came the Beatlemaniacs. But this was a journalistic invention, not used by the fans themselves, unlike Deadheads, the name for the Grateful Dead superfans, a term coined by the band and embraced by its fans. Deadheads presaged a new kind of fandom that was more committed than any previous fanfare. Hurrah! So come and join the Gemstars. Does that count? Probably. What should we use today? I will use that actually. Good old Lightseer's Tarot. Isn't it awful when you actually sweat on your nose from wearing glasses? I know. Always thought of myself, well, I always loved the summer. But I think now there's only 2 months that I actually like weather-wise, and I do think it's April and September. And that's because they're in between. You know, April is good. I know there's rain and stuff, and there was a lot this year. But it's kind of spring with the hope, but without the kind of slog of the sun. And then September is that beautiful autumnal feel comes into things, but without it being that most depressing month, which I think is November. What is your most depressing month? Jesus, why are these all in reverse? They're not all at all in reverse in the deck, so all right then. Alrighty, let's pay attention to all these reversals. When we get these reversals, there's usually something, obviously, that's kind of bleak. We got 5 out of 5. I bet this one isn't. Oh, it is? Okay. Overall energy, Chariot in reverse. Now we know, can we ride 2 horses with one horse? With one horse. Can one ride 2 horses with one horse? No, we can't. When this is in reverse, imagine like the horses are like, we're going to like find freedom in separate directions, the carriage is on its side, and you're just sat there like, what? WTF, as the young folk would say. So, slightly chaotic energy. I wouldn't try to fight it, considering that the rest of the reading's in reverse. It's like there's a lot of suppressed and very powerful energy here. Let me show you the rest of the cards, if I can. We may be shooting for the moon here, considering it took me 20 minutes to get my camera to work. I know, honestly. Okay, so you know about the Chariot, so we can zoom in a bit more on these. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the 3 of Wands in reverse, the 7 of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Swords in the reverse, and the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. And the pack is like 50-50-ish when I look at it. So this is not because I haven't shuffled the cards right or because the pack happens to be in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse is a bit of a red light card. It's not necessarily a red flag, it's just a red light. When you're at the traffic lights, they are going to go amber, they are going to go green. But when they're red, stop. Okay, so that's the kind of message with that one. 3 of Wands and the 7 of Wands, you don't have the energy to defend yourself anymore. I don't know what the attack is, I don't know what the fatigue is, but you're a bit tired. Maybe it's the heat. You're a bit tired, and when you get the Seven of Wands, it's Mars in Leo, and normally you're like, I will defend myself with my big stick. Nah, don't bother, because you may not have correct information either, because we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, which means there's either not enough information or incorrect information. And then the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it won't work if you do it at the moment. Hard work will not get this over the line. This means there is no line. It's like there's no line. We also have a lovely, is it a full moon? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, in Sagittarius coming up on Sunday. I would let that heal whatever this is, because full moons in Sagittarius are gorgeous. And this energy kind of, it stinks. It's a bit repressive. You know, it's real trying to push custard up the stairs. Don't. It will be a different scenario in a few days' time. Just let it be. Okay? Check out the Gemstars reading, because it was about what's getting in the way of your dreams, what's holding you back, and it was pick a card. You can see it. I'll try and remember to put it in the description box or somewhere. Otherwise, if you want to become a Gemstar, the link is in the description box, or there might be a join button, or there might not. Leave me a comment, tell me which month you hate the most, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.